Greetings, ladies and germs of planet Earth and beyond. King Zero Phoenix here, and welcome back to Far Cry Primal. It's been a while since I last uploaded a video from this game. The reality is, in case you couldn't tell, I completed it in my spare time. The reason being there was so much to do, and after I had my little saving issue with this game, I decided to start from scratch. And I'm actually going to start from scratch, only this time I had it on this. Yep. You know what? I could use a little challenge. No permadeath. I know this game doesn't get much views, especially for its certain content, but I always enjoyed this game, and I'm gonna continue with it. Yes. I can always bring it back anyways. If you ask me, I like this kind of game for the simplicity of it. There's no dictator I'm trying to defeat, no arms dealer. Basically leaving all this nonsense behind, back to the simpler time for humanity. Rewind. (10,000 BCE). Basically the dawn for humans. Central Europe. And I think mankind learned how to make fire, something we relied on simply by clacking rocks together. Winja. Our blood. Our people. Central European tribe of humans. Long ago, many Winja traveled far. Some Winja are in the land of Oros, full of life, a home for Winja. Damsha, but danger comes. Udon of flesh eaters. Cannibals. Easy enough. No different than the Incans. Darkness to Winja. Light comes. Winja brothers. Searching for us. I'm aware. The mighty mammoth. Creatures like that needed only their instincts to survive. But we humans just had to get a bigger brain. It may have gotten us very far, but now it's trying to look where it's gotten us. Takar. Don't you think you'd find it odd that we never actually see Takar's face? Of course, we're seeing everything from his perspective, but still. stamina. In survivor mode, you're my stamina. Yep, no minimap. I will have to admit, it does make things a little extra, forcing me to think on my feet. Yeah, even though they're ducked down, these mammoth creatures can easily still see them. Of course, I know there's a reason why they all don't just kill them right now. They're too large to feed. They're simply too large to be threatened. Ashbla. Spear to the head. That'd kill anybody. It's a shame, but life goes on regardless. No big cat. Nope, you did. How could... Maybe this is just me from an outside perspective, but that's ram a spear right through its head. And seriously, how hard is it to ram a spear through something's head? Bloodfang. Ow. Ooh. Ow. Ugh. Ugh. They better be glad this is only a video game, because if that was real life, they'd both be dead. Normally, you don't survive falls like that. Not even on modern-day humans, or especially primitive humans. In the land of Oz. Australia. Yep, he did. Ushla Dragwash. Plus, one other thing I prefer about this game is the strong sense of community and brotherhood they have. Nothing can't even come close to comparing to today's humans. That's close. Cat closer. Hey! Excuse me. Yeah. Need a bow. Yes, I see I have no food. I do have this. Problem is this thing is so busy letting me know of all the stuff that's available to me. I can't actually see the ingredients needed for... Yes, the sting bomb weapon. Weapon is... Search of... Stamina nearly depleted. Not sure how much I actually need. Not yet. Come on, where are you? And you know, they actually make survival shows based on this, putting humans in situations exactly like this, where they are forced to forage for resources and food. And I've seen many of the, even from the commercials alone, I've seen many a human person break down. That's the thing, humanity's gotten too complacent with everything. They're trying to survive the old-fashioned way is simply too hard. It actually forces them to look at themselves, who they are as a person, what they want to do with their lives, and all that. Well, something most people don't want to think about. I have to think about it. The reason because I want to survive. I want to continue living as long as I can. Just preferably not at the expense of others. Now? Sanadu. Enough telling me about weapons. I need to know how... Shamakurasta. I guess as part of survivor mode, it's also not telling me. Probably needs the slate. Yes, thank you. Thank you for showing me the information I already know. Hunter eyes. Slate. There it is. Thank you. Once the pinnacle of weapons technology. These days, you need comic book characters to make it cool. Of course, I'm referring to Hawkeye. That being said, the bow and arrow is still a very lethal weapon in the hands of someone who knows how to use it. Now I hunt. Need food for strength. Yep. Excuse me, just want to check something real quick. Cosmetic. Oh, come on, we have to have cosmetic extras. Adds a little diversity to everything. There you go. You know, another thing when I think about with this game like this, as it is a game arc survival, it's essentially the same thing, only I'm a modern human instead of just a primitive one. Still, I know that's not good for the digestive system. It may be a little cheating to have the duration for hunter vision be infinite, but if you ask me, I think headshot. Here it goes. Night comes. Must find shelter. I can't imagine how much dread these ancient humans must have felt when hearing sounds like that. Then again, probably wouldn't be that much different from us today. I mean, how would you feel if suddenly you're just walking along, minding your own business, next thing you know, you hear the roar of a tiger? And I mean a real tiger, not the sabers, because technically, as I believe I've mentioned this before, the technical term is saber-toothed cat. I suppose the one thing I find enjoyable about games like this and Ark Survival, the humility of it all. Like I said, we humans have become so complacent with the technology we've been able to develop that we don't really need to actually try to survive anymore. But that's just me. Arrow. Yes. And Boros. Now this dark cloud. Oh, I need alder wood. Seems to me that everything actually costs more now. Alright, time to light this up and find a Winja. A green, and I can die faster now. That's comforting. I see you, big bad putty tat. Amazing. Was that a growl or the croaking of a frog? I can't tell. It's amazing. Everything we have was born out of necessity. But now, we just make things because we can. I'm sorry, I don't have much to say. But you should know by now, not really good with words, and I'm not much of a talker, so. Well, you'd have to be strong to successfully take down a wolf. Excuse me, let me just test. That's right, back off. Into the dark, spooky cave. Yes, I'm aware of that, but why would I want to? Cannonball! Gather as much as I can, and so I'll be able to replenish it if need be. And now I actually have to hold it to make instead of just pushing it. Yeah. Seems a little impractical in my opinion, but that's just me. And this is probably more closer to reality than it will be. Are there in? I'm surprised most early humans didn't have claustrophobia, because I easily would be like that in a cramped area like this. Get lost, you rodent. I apologize if I'm going a little too slow for some of your tastes, but the reality is, I now have stamina I need to conserve, and running like an imbecile is... Excuse me. And the big bad saber tooth putty tat. Honestly, it's not even that shocking that it's got someone in its mouth. Though it is surprising that someone would willingly risk life and limb for something inside a cat's cave. I'm surprised the only thing that really does surprise me is that, in fact, that he's making all the splashing and yet nobody really seems to care. He's been dead for a while. Sweetheart, we're trying to keep you alive here. Sorry, big boy. You ain't killing anybody else today. No. Uh-uh. Sure. Why not? Land of Oros. I'll not deny it does look beautiful. Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm. Don't those things stink? Those ears around her neck? And again, they're probably more immune to smells than we are. Hard to argue with that. Yep, this would be the part where it always jam I'm up, but thankfully I fixed it since then. Huh? Those would be berries or something? I think staying alive would have more precedence than simply having a home. But that's just me. I don't think we got anything better to do. Yep. Normally one could easily get lost going out here by yourself. Thankfully, like 92%, huh? No sense in sprinting. Gotta conserve stamina. And you know what? I hate to say it. Save and quit. Sorry, but I got things to do, and I'm ending it right here. So, there it is now. This time we're actually starting Survivor and actually making it a challenge for ourselves. Anyhow, thank you everybody so much for joining me on this little adventure. Hit the like button to let me know you enjoyed it. Pound that subscribe button if you're interested in seeing any more. If you're already subscribed, don't forget to ring the notification bell to stay up to date. And be sure to share any opinions you may have with me down in the comments below. And until next time, this is King Zero Phoenix signing off. Laters!